This is a self-sufficient house that can use the sun, the air, the soil, and the rain to build everything she needs. This is what we use to heat water using only the sun. The sun warms up this panel, and all the water that comes in here several times through this will be heated and stored in this place. As you can see here, the rain will go to the roof and then to this little channel that is driving all the water together to these deposits. We have a first deposit here, and then we have some other 3 deposits here, because it's a series of filters that will hold up any garbage that the water might have. Solar houses or eco houses blend in with nature. An eco house should have its own green vegetable garden, because that's the best way to use free energy from the sun and have it feed us. Over here on the roof we have a solar panel. It's actually very small for this house. We have to really calculate how wide and how long the solar panel has to be, so it can really heat all the house and use electricity for all the house. These are calculations for all the solar engineers and solar architects. Would you like to be one of them? Okay, let's try to make a model of an eco house. So this is the way we're gonna build our eco house model. We have everything in Spanish because it comes from Mexico City. But here we have the roof, the walls, the solar heater, the basis for the solar heater. Then we have the piece of land where we're going to build our house. This will be the orchard. This will be the water deposit, the organic digester, and this is the water filter, the photovoltaic cells, and the place for the compost. We call ourselves Juega Conciencia. So now what do? We'll take out all the pieces very carefully in order to have them free, so we can bend them and fold them as we like. This is the first piece we will use. It just is a small box, so we have to bend it like this and fold it in such a way that the lines are very straight. We don't want a curved line, so we want a straight line. That's the way we press our fingernail against the table, so we can get this straight line. Once we have it like this, we're gonna insert these little tabs here into the slots, fully armed like this. If you have any problem, you can always use a tape. So we're gonna do the walls and the roof. Here we go again, trying not to hurt the pieces. You have to be very patient, because sometimes they're not fully pre-cut. See, like this, you just tear it out and then proceed to fold it. Here's the door. You can fold it out once it's armed. And we do the other one. Okay, so now we have to insert just the same as we did the other one, trying to fold it very neatly. The tab inside the slot. You have to open it very carefully so it will fit just right and it won't get out. See the way it goes? As we saw in the real house, the roof is a very important part of the house because here is where we capture all the rain so we can use it as water, and we also get the sunlight, which we have plenty here. But let us fold it carefully like this, always using the same procedure. Trying to have, and here we go, we have a roof. So here's the way we have all the walls. Now we have to put on the roof. Now we open again the slots and we put the large tab here. Okay, that's the way they're going. We have here these solar cells and we're going to push them out just the same, and we're going to use a reflecting surface to cover them so we can simulate what goes on in a solar panel. The reflecting surface is something like this. This is just plain cardboard, but it's covered with metal, so you can see how it bounces back the light. This is a very important characteristic because we can direct the light wherever we want it. You can see how if we bend this surface, all the rays will meet in a place, and we'll call this place the focus. Here's where all the energy from the sun will concentrate and heat our food. So now we're going to measure this model of the cells, and we're going to cut the surface, the reflecting surface, so we can paste it right here in top of the cardboard, the normal cardboard like this. We will use white paint, a model just like this, and we're going to insert it in this place, in the piece of land we have. So you see here, I've used this green straw to simulate the waterway we have to put around the ceiling, the roof, because all the water will be coming from here and then it will be captured here. Let me show you how to do this, the one I'm missing. You just cut it like this in half, and then do another cut just about maybe 1/3 of the straw. We're gonna put it, glue it using this white glue again. You can pour just a little bit inside the channel or in this side of the channel and glue it here. Now for the solar heater, we're going to use this as a model only, so we can measure the reflecting surface and cut it out. Just cut it like this. We're going to use this base so we can have the curve we need. So after you bend it very carefully, you're gonna stick it right here, being careful not to break these parts. But if you do, you can always use tape to mend it. So now we just stick it in place here for this little slot. Okay. So we're going to use this small box that says water filter, and we're going to bend it the same way as we did with other parts of our model. So we stick it in here. That's its place. This is the way our final straw will go. It will collect water from all here and go into the filter and then into the deposit. So we're still missing one of these little boxes, the one that says compost. And this is where we're going to place all the garbage that comes from our vegetable garden. We fold it in the same way, and this time we're going to glue it because we don't have a slot that can properly hold this. There you go, right in place. And then you cut this large tab because we don't have a slot to put it on, but we do have this glue, and so we're going to glue it right in the back of the house because sometimes it can smell a little bit. So we put it here. Okay. Now we're going to look at our model in terms of energy. The main source of energy is always the sun. The sun is used right here in our solar panels to produce electricity. It's used here to produce heat, as we saw we concentrate all the rays. But it's used also here in the orchard where we grow the plants that we were going to use as food. All the debris and all the waste from the orchard will go here to the compost. In the compost, some bacteria will eat up everything that they need, and they will bring everything to soil again, and we can use this to fertilize our garden. Then we have this organic digester. Everything that is a waste here in our house, like those things that come from the kitchen and the toilet, we can send to this digester. It's usually beneath the ground, so it doesn't get any air, while the compost is at plain air because there are different bacteria. This will be anaerobic bacteria and this will be aerobic bacteria. Anyway, this bacteria will produce some gas that we call biogas, and this gas can be used again in the kitchen. We don't show this in our model because it would be underground. But anyway, you have the complete idea of how the energy will make your eco house work. That's what models are for. Scientists use models to think about the procedures that go in everything they are modeling. Thank you very much.